Assalamualaikum and very good day to everyone. We are from Group H and we are going to present about floating solar photovoltaic. My name is Amirul and this is my teammate.
Hello, my name is Gokul Vigneswaran, son of Paramasivam. My metric number is B132310601 and I'm from section 4. Today I will explain the policy development of renewable energy in Malaysia, especially related to floating solar photovoltaic systems. The first major policy was introduced in 1979 through the National Energy Policy. At the time, the focus was mainly on ensuring energy supply security and reducing wasteful energy usage. Next, in 1981, Malaysia introduced the four-fuel policy. This policy diversified the country's energy sources by relying on oil, gas, hydro, and coal instead of depending on a single source. Then in 2001, the five-fuel policy marked an important shift towards renewable energy. Renewable sources such as biomass, solar, and mini hydro were officially included in the National Energy Strategy. In 2011, the Renewable Energy Act and Renewable Energy Plan were established. This led to the formation of Sustainable Energy Development Authority, also known as the SEDA. The feed-in tariff scheme was also introduced to encourage the renewable energy generation and grid connection. These policies show that Malaysia is gradually moving from conventional fossil fuels toward more cleaner and more sustainable energy systems, including floating solar photovoltaic technology.
So for this slide, the 17 gigawatt opportunity. I will explain why floating solar photovoltaic is important for Malaysia. Currently, fossil fuels are still the main source of electricity generation in Malaysia. In 2020, Malaysia's renewable energy share was only 23% lower than the Southeast Asia average of 30% and the global average of 37%. However, Malaysia aims to reach 31% renewable energy by 2025 under the Malaysia Renewable Energy Roadmap, (RER). Therefore, floating solar photovoltaic becomes a strong solution because it can use existing water bodies without taking up land. Malaysia has an estimated 17 gigawatt floating solar potential.
Now I will discuss the global trajectory of floating solar photovoltaic system, also known as FPV. FPV systems are solar panel systems that are installed on freshwater bodies like mining ponds, reservoirs, or lakes. This helps to solve the land limitation issues because the solar panels are installed on water instead of land. The first floating system PV was developed in Aichi, Japan in 2007. Since then, the technology has expanded rapidly around the world. In terms of scale, one of the largest floating solar plants today is the 320 megawatt peak Dezhou Dingzhuang located in China. The growth of FPV technology has been very significant. In 2015, the globally installed capacity was only around 70 megawatts. However, within just 7 years, it has increased dramatically to 3 gigawatts. This rapid development shows that the floating solar PV is becoming an important renewable energy solution globally due to its ability to save land space, improve solar panel efficiency through water cooling effects, and support sustainable energy goals.
Hi everyone, so my name is Farhan. So I will talk about FPV. So what is actually FPV? FPV is a floating solar photovoltaic system installed on bodies of water such as reservoir, lakes or ponds. Instead of occupying land, solar panels are mounted on floating structures supported by pontoons and anchored securely. Also, this system generates electricity while benefiting from the cooling effect of water, which can improve efficiency and reduce evaporation losses. So this is the example for the FPV. So now we move on to the system components. So as we can see, for number one is a solar panel, which is a photovoltaic cells engineered to withstand high humidity. So number two is mounting system. Attach panels to float. A dynamic water level can change. So next one is number three, which is floats. It uses buoyant foundations designed to endure the weight of structures. And number four is electrical system. which is the inverter system to convert the DC to the grid-ready AC. Next, we can see number 5, which is monitoring system. It has remote tracking of generation and fault detection. Next is number 6. We have the cables, which is specialized for waterproof transmission line. And the last one is number 7, anchoring. It is a critical system securing the array to be seabed to prevent capsizing.
Hi guys, I'm Arif. Now I want to talk about FPV issue. First, occupational safety hazard. Routine maintenance place engineer in highly conductive wet environment with unpredictable weather, elevating the risk of drowning or electrocution. Second, water quality degradation. The prolonged UV exposure of float or anchor risk leaching microplastic or heavy metal into drinking water receiver. Third, ecological shading. Massive array block sunlight from penetrating the water column. Okay, now for FPV challenge. First, higher capex. The initial installation cost is significantly higher. Floating platform, heavy-duty marine anchoring system, and specialized waterproof component drive up the capital expenditure. Second, maintenance complexity. Cleaning panels, inspecting mooring lines, and replacing inverter in logistically difficult. Technicians require boats and marine safety protocols, increasing operational costs. Third, the dynamic environmental loads. Mechanical engineer must calculate the unpredictable material fatigue, limits costs by constant wave action, wind shear, and fluctuating reservoir level.
So now I will explain the comparison between land-based solar PV and floating PV system. For land-based PV, the main disadvantage is that it uses a large area of land. The installation process also requires excavation and removal of plants, which may affect the environment. In addition, land-based PV systems are more exposed to overheating, so extra cooling or thermal management is needed to maintain efficiency. On the other hand, floating PV systems are installed on water surface, so they do not use valuable land area. This makes them very suitable for urban or agricultural areas with limited land availability. Floating PV also helps reduce water evaporation and has a smaller environmental footprint. Another advantage is that the surrounding water naturally cools the solar panels, which can improve the efficiency of the system. Overall, floating PV offers a more sustainable and space-saving solution compared to conventional land-based PV system.
So for this slide, floating solar photovoltaic statistic. This slide shows the growth and potential of floating solar photovoltaic. In the past, global installed capacity was only around 70 MW in 2015. Today, the technology has grown with larger projects such as 320 MW peak in China and 600 MW peak in India. For Malaysia, floating solar photovoltaic is still at an early stage, but the potential is very high, around 17 GW. This shows that floating solar photovoltaic can support Malaysia's 31% and renewable energy target by 2025.
Next, I will discuss the future outlook of renewable energy and floating PV in Malaysia. First, Malaysia has set an ambitious target where 70% of installed energy capacity will come from renewable energy by the year 2050. Second, under the Low Carbon Nation Aspiration 2040, the country plans to increase the share of renewable energy in the total primary energy supply to 70% by 2040. To achieve these goals, Malaysia will require large investment in renewable energy infrastructure and technologies. In the future, floating PV is also expected to be integrated with Energy Storage System or ESS. This integration is important to manage the intermittent nature of solar energy and improve grid stability. Therefore, floating PV is expected to play an important role in supporting Malaysia's clean energy transition. That is all from our presentation. Thank you for your attention, and we hope this presentation has helped everyone understand more about floating photovoltaic system and their future potential. Thank you.